Hello. Welcome to a monthly conversation that we're going to have in alerts just around news that's happening in 4 H and some things to be thinking about. We'll be looking at a variety of different topics over the next several months, but to start off this series, what I really want to do is say thank you to each of you. Thanks for making Nebraska 4 H one of the strongest 4 H programs in the country. And on behalf of those 1 out of 3 young people whom you're serving through the 4 H program, we appreciate all of your efforts. It's getting toward the end of the year, so it's time to think about some of the successes we've had in the past year and ways that we can celebrate those. Think about all the work that you've done in science, in healthy lifestyles, in careers, in leadership and citizenship, in ag literacy. All of you should be very proud for that work. As you're working on your activity insight reports and you're thinking about the kinds of things that you report, certainly the work that's done with a statewide evaluation is a piece of that. But I'd also encourage you to make sure you talk about what your personal contribution was to each of those programs. Think to the local programming that you've been doing, how many youth you've reached, new target audiences that you've tried to address, ways that you've helped with the development of the curriculum or the programming or other educational resources that go along with that program. All of those are important as you think about what you're putting into your activity insight, and I know several of you are working on that right now. Also on your activity insight, we're talking about what kinds of goals you have for the future. Think about how you plan to deepen the learning within your work team. Think about new audiences that maybe you haven't addressed as much as you could and ways you want to serve those. Think about how you might better empower volunteers to help you carry out the program to more youth. All of those are things as you think about your goals, and don't forget your own professional development on the side of that. Other things that you'll be hearing more about in the coming months ahead. Next week, in fact, you'll be hearing more about ShowWorks. So we invite you to that webinar where we highlight some of the pieces of that. We'll be talking more about Access 4-H on an ongoing basis. And we'll also be talking about more opportunities that we have for partnerships, for grants, for making the programs that you do be successful. If you have ideas that we need to talk about on a monthly basis, certainly you can let me know. You can call, you can email, you can work through your District 4-H coordinator. Any of those methods would be fine. In the meantime, let me know if you have questions or comments, and have a great rest of the week. Again, we appreciate all that you do.